皆さんこんにちは。国際エステティシャンのみどりです。今日はエンビロンの開発者であるデス先生となんとコラボ YouTube ができることになりました。イエイイエイイエイということで、今回はですね、なんと独占でデス先生のちょっとお時間をいただきましたので、私の方でいろいろ聞きたい質問をさせていただければと思います。よろしくお願いします。デス先生との出会いはですね、もう多分25年ぐらい前です。でエンビロンも25年使ってるんで、私シミがないと思うんですけど、どうですか？
Yeah, and I've been using for 38 years, so I also don't have too much problems with my skin.
エンビロン派。すごい先生に聞きたかったのが、25年前はビタミン A の製品ってエンビロンしかなかったと思うんですけど、最近、日本でも多分世界的にもすごくこのビタミン A の効果が証明されてというか知られて、いろんなビタミン A の製品がたくさん出てると思うんですけど、先生的にはそれをどんな風に捉えてらっしゃるのかなと思ってお伺いしたいんですが。
You know, because vitamin A is such an essential part of normal skin,I knew that while we might be the first, we were going to be followed by many companies. And sometimes I think, they think vitamin A is just a fancy, it's a popular idea now, but it will be replaced. I don't believe that, but those companies, I believe, will use another molecule at some stage in the future.
デス先生の好きな言葉で、スキンケアに流行はないっていう言葉と、あともう一つ好きな言葉が、皮膚は取り替えることのない大切な臓器だと、体の一番外側にある。でこれは私もずっとお客様に言い続けているので、そのビタミン A が、25年私もずっとお客様にビタミン A の啓蒙をしてきましたけど、もう最近いろんなところでビタミン A が出てるので、なんかねって思ってたんですが大きいですね、デス先生は。
Well, you know, my belief is that if the skincare doesn't contain vitamin A, it's not skin care. It's just a cosmetic.
わお、聞きました。かっこよ。
When we're looking at the best results that we can obtain, that we can get, we have to know that we've got the right strength.Of vitamin A. And many of these companies, I think they make a mistake. They don't have a step-up system, and they don't use the concentrations that really make the change.
最大のエンビロン製品、たくさんあるエンビロン製品とエンビロンの違いは、やっぱステップアップシステム、そのエンビロンの濃度にあるということですかね。
Yeah.
エンビロンのアンチエイジングするとした時のデス先生が考える最高の組み合わせ商品をぜひお聞かせください。
When we think of anti-aging, it's not just the surface of the skin that we must worry about, because the deep parts of the skin we have to improve. So that's why vitamin A by itself is not enough.We want lots of antioxidants. We particularly want vitamin C. Vitamin C becomes a very important part of creating the collagen and elastin matrix, the sort of like network in the skin. And we've got to create that in its youthful shape. So that's why vitamin C is very, very important. But vitamin C is not enough.Because we must also stimulate better, healthier collagen. And we can do that with peptides. And then the vitamin A, the vitamin C, the peptides are not actually enough. Because now what we must do is we must also increase the amount of hyaluronic acid in the skin and make the skin more filled. But even that is not enough.Because now we must also look at the DNA. We must have a look at telomeres. And we must recognize that as we get older, our telomeres get shorter. So we want to make them longer. So we do that we add that as well into our creams. That's why I use Sequence 4 Plus, the Defense Cream Plus, the Dual Filler Boost, the Advanced Moisturizing Cream. You see, so that way I'm getting the vitamin A, the vitamin C, I'm getting the peptides, I'm getting the increase of hyaluronic acid in the skin, and I'm extending the telomere. So that's what I call future-proofing your skin. So do 2 squirts of each of those 4, but I'm also using a product I can't speak about.
今日のやつかな？
No.
No! まだあるんですね、この先が。楽しみですね。
All the time.
すごい。ちょっと私今日からデュアルブーストをしっかり使わないといけません。今度はニキビに対してのベストは、今日のお話聞くとクリアスキンウォッシュ、LAC マスク、ダーマラック、エースオイルで合ってますかね。
I think they're probably the best combination that we can get.
結構今サロンに来るお客様だとニキビと、炎症、その顔中の乾燥と敏感みたいなのが全部複合してくる方が多いんですけど。
Now, you know, one of the wonderful things I found is that the LAC mask one is anti-inflammatory. I've used it for inflammations, not for infections, and it works. So that's why that combination works even in very inflamed type of skin. Another very impressive result. She must be very grateful.
はい。泣いて。
I'm sure. Very nice. You know, one of the wonderful things about our work is we get paid, but we give better lives to people. So it is a very ethical transaction between us and our clients or our patients.
デス先生が一番苦労した製品は何ですか、開発に。
All of them.
そっか、そりゃそうですよね。
If you look at our ingredient list, you will see that the active ingredients are very many, and it's difficult to make that stable in one cream. But you know, the Vibrance mask took about 4 or 5 years to refine it so that it was a suitable product for the market. So that was a difficult thing to develop as well. It looks simple, only a few ingredients, but it's not simple.
ちょっと重みを持って使います、これからも。
Yes, it's another wonderful product to travel with, for me, because if I travel through America and it's sometimes very intense, then many lectures, one night here, one night there, and then you want to look fresh. And the Vibrance mask helps you to look fresh. That and the Serious mask. Yeah, the Serious mask, I always say, when you use it and overnight and you wake up and you think, oh, I look less tired than I feel.
そうか、ちょっとノーマークでしたね、ちょっとね。
You'll love
ちゃんと
it. You will love it.
どれも好きだと思うんですけど、子供のように。エンビロン製品の中で一番のお気に入りは何ですか？
That's difficult. One product. Well, maybe the Sequence 4 plus.
4 プラス。
If I went to a desert island, I could only take one product. I think I'd take that.
一緒です。
Yes. That was also one of the very difficult products to develop.
一番人気です。うちのサロン。
Oh, nice.
昔、エンビロンを本当に私が出会った頃に先生のセミナーに行った時に医薬部外品にしてもよかったけどあえてしなかったってスキンケアとしてお客様にちゃんと使ってほしいから医薬部外品にしなかったって聞いた記憶があるんですけど、デス先生の中で医薬部外品にしなかったなんかこう理由？
Well, you know, in the beginning, I thought quasi-drug was a good thing for me to develop. But then I found that I can make better than the rules permit for quasi-drugs. So there was no advantage. And since my main aim, my only aim, is to make the best possible product, not the one that is registered as a quasi-drug. I want better.
本日の名言2つ目いただきましたね。可能な限り最高のものを作りたい。素晴らしくないですか？
It's my mission.
かっこよ。使命ですから。I love you.
Thank you.
日本の女の子たちはですね、次々とですね、化粧品をですね、流行のように買ってはちょっと使って変えて、ちょっと使って変えてみたいなことをこうしながら、お肌を痛めているように私にはそういう感じるんですけど、そういう日本の情報とかでこうすぐこう化粧品をこう変えてしまったりすることについて、先生的にはどう思われますか？
Yes, you've highlighted a very important thing around the world. People are led to believe by marketing what they should do for their skin. But what they really need is education, and that's what you're trying to do.
納得。私がこのエステティシャンになろうと思ったのはエンビロンとの出会いがきっかけで、私の肌がニキビと赤みとで私が引きこもりになってた時に、エンビロンと出会って肌が綺麗になってこの仕事に就いたんですけど、そのなんか最初の、師匠と言ったらおこがましいですけど、最初にその勉強をさせてもらったのがデス先生でよかったなって今日改めて思いました。なんか感動してきちゃった私。Thank you.
Well, that's very touching to hear. But I want to also say that vitamin A was the changing moment of my life when I turned 40. When I realized what we could do with the vitamin A. I never used any creams on my skin before, and I didn't expect to use creams on my face. I was just going to accept what happened. But vitamin A made the changes, and that's why I pursued it to find out more. What can we do even better?
同じなんですね。ビタミン A との出会いが人生を変えたという意味では、私もその一人だ。ありがとうございます。じゃあ最後の質問をよろしいでしょうか。デス先生のこれからの夢みたいなのありますか？
I wish to find how we can control skin and keep cells younger for very much longer. I don't want to, I'm not one of the people who believes we must live to be 120 or 200 years. Unfortunately, we're living in a stage where we're learning more about the very intricate biochemistry of cells and how they change as we get older. And so we're learning more details which will open up more chances to keep cells working as young as possible. So basically, we're trying to avoid the problems that old people get with their skin. And thanks to education like you're offering to people, as we get to know more details, we can make products that can be used by more people.
Thank you. デス先生とコラボ YouTube できるってちょっと浮かれてたんですけど、終わってみたらものすごい使命感とものすごく大切にやっぱりエンビロンをたくさんの人に届けていきたいなってことを改めて思いましたんで、また全力で頑張ります。 Thank you.
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
自分が持ってるエステシャンとしてっていうか、サロンもやってきた、経営してきた信念みたいなのが結構デス先生に最初にいろいろ教わってたことがすごく自分のベースとなってあるんだなって今日すごい感じちゃってだからそう思うと最初に出会ったのがエンビロンで、ちゃんと勉強してやってきてよかったなって今日すごい思いました。昔とは環境も状況も違ってきてますけど、こういうことをやっぱちゃんと大事にしっかり一人一人のお客さんと向き合って人生変えれるようなやっぱエステティックをやっていきたいなって改めてすごく感じました。心洗われてしまいました。
Good. I enjoyed speaking to you. Thank you very much.
光老化だってデス先生が最初に日本に言った感じですよね。老化の8割が紫外線ですよって今だからみんな言ってますけど、当時は誰もあんま信じてくれなかったっていうか、説明してても。
And the paradox, many people think that I hide away from the sun, but I don't. Because you see, the thing is that I use such high doses of vitamin A on my skin that I probably have an SPF protection factor of maybe 40 plus. And then I take vitamin A supplements, and those supplements push up my sun protection factor to even higher, and it becomes very difficult to tan. If you think of it this way, sequence 3 gives you SPF of about 20. Sequence 4 plus and sequence cream plus, that makes you way above. That's why I say about 50 or more. And it's inside the cells, so it can't be washed off. And it helps me to make vitamin D.
紫外線浴びても大丈夫だな。
They destroy less.
私もじゃあ相当受けにくいと思います。ありがとうございました。
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
ありがとうございました。ありがとうございます。
Nice question.